Wow, what a game, what a performance by Baker Mayfield. I'm Barry Trammell along with OU writer Brooke Pryor, and we are on the hallowed ground of Ohio Stadium in Columbus, Ohio, where on Saturday night, the 5th-ranked Sooners stunned the 2nd-ranked Buckeyes 31-16, and after the game, in celebration, Baker Mayfield grabs a Sooner flag, runs it around the stadium, and plants it here at midfield in the horseshoe. And you know what? Not too many people are going to blame him after a performance like that.
No, certainly not. It was a performance one where he really had to overcome a lot of different obstacles. First half, OU isn't completing their drives. They have his favorite target. Mark Andrews is hurt, out for the game beginning in about the 2nd quarter when he got injured. And then he's being flushed from the pocket. He's getting a lot of pressure from that defense. The offensive line's playing well, but he still had to scramble. Plays were breaking down, and he maintained poise the whole time. He didn't have a turnover. He had completed 27 of 35 passes for 386 yards and 3 touchdowns. It was a remarkable performance.
Well, just incredible. The offensive line played well, but that doesn't mean Baker wasn't assaulted by that Ohio State defensive line, because you can play well and those guys still get to you. But the Sooner offense, 1 punt all night, 1 possession in which they did not cross the 50-yard line. This was an Oklahoma offense that was hitting on all cylinders until it got into the 20, 30-yard line range, and then they sputtered, especially in that first half. But no matter, the Oklahoma defense was there to save the day in the first half, played outstanding, and held it up in the second half as well.
Yeah, I think the biggest play of this game was Parnell Motley's interception there. I think 3rd or 4th quarter it was late on, and OU already had a pretty healthy lead, but it was one of those situations where there was still plenty of time for Ohio State to come back. Parnell Motley intercepts JT Barrett's touchdown. OU ends up scoring a couple plays later, and it's one of those momentum shifts that the air was already sucked out of Ohio Stadium, and once that happened, it was dead. It was silent. Mike Stoops said that Parnell Motley was the difference maker in this game. He's talked a big game, Parnell Motley has, for weeks, and we really saw him bring it today.
Well, it's just a great performance by Baker Mayfield, but a lot of unsung heroes as well. You've got Trey Sermon, the freshman tailback, took over the last 3 quarters and played great. You had Motley, you mentioned. I thought DJ Ward and Obo on the front line played great. Kenneth Murray, the freshman in the middle. I don't know that he made a lot of plays, but Ohio State didn't do a lot of taking advantage of him either. So really, Mayfield was sensational, but everybody on the squad contributed to this victory.
Yeah, that supporting cast tonight was really strong. You had CeeDee Lamb, the true freshman, and then Dimitri Flowers, the fullback, who led OU in receiving yards. It was one of those, Baker Mayfield's told us all along how good his receivers are, and I think there was still some doubt even going into this week just how talented they could be, especially when you take out Mark Andrews from that equation. And Baker Mayfield proved tonight that it doesn't matter who he's throwing to, this group is talented. As Lincoln Riley said afterwards, Baker was sensational, but it's not like he's playing with a bunch of Rudies. These guys have scholarships for a reason, and some guys, like Lee Morris, who's a walk-on, doesn't have a scholarship yet, had a touchdown tonight, but as Lincoln Riley said in the postgame, he's not going to be a walk-on for very much longer.
Well, let's go to the OU locker room, see what the Sooners had to say.
Yeah, it was a great college football game. It was very much a defensive battle in the first half. We felt like offensively we were moving the ball well. Obviously stopped ourselves with a couple of turnovers. We missed the short field goal. Didn't execute very good in the red zone in the first half, but we were encouraged coming in. But we felt like we were close offensively, and then obviously we were playing so well defensively. Guys just played passionate. Mike and the guys had a great plan. Our guys just thought executed really well. Halftime, the guys really believed. They really felt like that we had outplayed them, and felt like that we were right on the verge of busting it open. Second half, I thought it was a key swing there, where they get the kickoff return, they take it down and score, and then we were able to come back and match them. That was, to me, one of the key sequences in the game, and then along with the Motley interception and being able to, put that thing in the end zone as well. So our guys gutted it out. It was a great environment. Tough place to win, obviously, and to come and get this done was a lot of fun. And hopefully we'll still continue to find a lot of things to build on. I told them in there we'll be disappointed if this is the highlight of our season. We still got a long ways to go. We've only played 2 games. We've got a long ways to go, but obviously a great win and one that's very special to us.
Lincoln, it's way too soon, but I wanted to see if you can try to put this in perspective. The emotion that you felt out there and the last few seconds of the game and what that all felt like.
Yeah, no, it was emotional. You know, games like this are tough. You know, you go on the road against a top 5 team and a team that's as talented and as well coached as Ohio State is. You know, they're tough. And this team was, you know, we've been looking forward to this game. There's no question about it. And so just to see our guys play, and we never got down. You know, we even with kind of the ebbs and flows of the game, we just stayed in it. We competed at a high level, and so I was just proud of them. But you know, we expected to win this game, and but we were very proud, and we respect the team that Ohio State is and the program they are, and all that Coach Meyer's done here. And that makes it even more special.
Lincoln, there's believing in your receivers, and then there's losing Mark Andrews early in the game, and then throwing touchdown passes to a walk-on, a true freshman, and a fullback. I mean, what does that say about Baker tonight?
Yeah, he probably won't be a walk-on much longer. Yeah, just what I told you guys before. You know, he trusts them. You know, that's what we got. This is the NFL. We're not going to go. We can't go sign a free agent or claim somebody off waivers. You know, this is who we have, and we're good with who we have. And those guys stepped up, made some big plays. You know, Lee's play was obviously huge. I was really proud of Grant Calcaterra. You know, he dropped that first one, and most true freshmen, especially in an environment like this, would go in the tank. You know, and he jumped right in there. You know, Robert Barnes came in and played really well when Will Johnson got hurt. I saw Trey Brown running down, making some plays on kickoffs. There was a CD, obviously Trey Sermon. I mean, there was a lot of young players that made big time plays in this game, and so that's really proud of those guys and the way they responded to this game in this environment.
Lincoln, what's your injury situation? What do you think you proved tonight?
Me?
Yeah, as a coach.
There's no me in this. It's just what did we prove as a team? We proved that when we are focused and have a great mentality and play together, that that we can beat a lot of people. And so again, it's 2 games in. Everybody's going to want to anoint us now. We got a long ways to go. We got to get a lot better. We've taken some positive steps toward our early season goal of playing, just playing better early period. But now our challenge will be to improve in the fashion that the teams of the last 2 years did. And so that'll be a challenge for our guys, and look, everybody's going to keep getting better. We got to do the same.
Lincoln, how proud of you are you on your depth tonight?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
How proud of you on your depth tonight? Because so many guys got hurt or nicked up, and you just kept running guys there.
Yeah, we're real proud. We didn't, we didn't know Ben Powers would play. Didn't play there early, and then Cody got a little dinged up, and Dan had to go in. Will Johnson got a little dinged up, and Robert Barnes goes in. Khalil Houghton goes in. Yeah, just really proud. Obviously, Mark getting banged up. It just shows kind of the mentality of this team. They just were not going to take no for an answer. They just, not to say that we were going to win it. I mean, but we were not going to feel sorry for ourselves if something didn't go our way. We had a good mindset coming into this game.
Was pointing the flag, was that a audible, or did you have that one in the playbook before the game?
It was the last minute I was planning on something, but I didn't know what it was. I had the help of some teammates.
Baker, you guys have dominated the first half everywhere but on the scoreboard. You had moved the ball. You just self-destructed a couple of times. So at halftime, what were you thinking? What were you thinking?
We all knew that we were moving the ball well. It was just about finishing our drives. We got onto that side of the 50-yard line, and it seems like we just, kind of sputtered out our drives. We had 2 turnovers. It cost us a lot of points right there in the first half, but obviously, like you said, it showed on the yardage we were moving it well. And so we just talked about, staying with it and just doing your job, and the big plays will come, In this offense, you keep hammering. You don't try and change it up or do too much. You just keep going at it, and success will come.
Baker, you lost your top receiver tonight and didn't miss a beat. In fact, the offense may have become more diverse without him. I don't know. But you told us several times, don't count these receivers out. Why did you always feel that way?
Just the chemistry I have with them. I've seen what they're able to do. I spent a lot of time, in the off season with them, and getting timing down, learning what they're best at. And so, I think you guys would agree I've been one of the most honest players when it comes to interviewing. So when I say that I trust those guys and they're capable of playing in big games, they are.
Lincoln said on Monday during his press conference that it's two great teams. He expected you guys to come in here and play well. It's easy to say that, I'm sure, on a Monday, but then when you get to the stadium, you see the magnitude of 100,000 fans. How did you do anything to kind of talk to your teammates about how to continue to play well?
We have some good conversations on Friday nights before the games. I think that was a big thing for us. We kind of get the mood of the team and how we're feeling. Everybody knew we had a great practice week. We've been really focused this week. Preparation was great, but it was about putting it all on the line. Doing your job, and no matter what happens, in a big game like this, it's going to be back and forth. But no matter what happens, you play the next play. It's the most important one. So,
what did you say at halftime after all those missed opportunities? I mean, the fumbles, the missed field goal, you guys were on their side of the 50 basically the entire game. So what did you say about finishing the drive?
I kept repeating myself. I kept saying, great teams finish drives. And then towards the end, it was about capitalizing, about saying championship teams take advantage of their opportunities. So we did just that in the second half. I'm so proud of our guys.
How much was the flag planting about what happened against these guys last year, or people maybe underrating Oklahoma? What do you think that was about the most?
A combination of things. Yeah, part of it's last year. Like I said in the press conference, that was embarrassing for them to sing their fight song on our field. They probably feel the same way right now. But then, yeah, we've had that mood in the locker room that nobody believes in us. The guys, we were able to catch the fact that nobody picked us on game day. We were able to, you see it in social media throughout the week that, they were about 80% of the country voted for Ohio State to win. And so, right now, we believe in ourselves, and quite frankly, that's all that matters.
Baker, how does it feel compared to how you thought it was going to feel to be able to come here and get a win? Because I know you've been thinking about this for a year. So how does it feel compared to how you envisioned it might feel?
Much better. Much better. I can say that because our guys played well. I thought the defense played great. They stepped up in a big game, and so we've been counting on those guys and expecting a lot out of them. And they did just that. They had a great fourth down stop. Kind of when the momentum was shifting, it was huge for us, and so we took advantage of it. And I think we played a complete game. There's still a lot of room for improvement. Don't get me wrong, but we played well with each other, back and forth, and when the defense got stops, we took advantage of it.
Baker, I'm kidding, but how many times did you practice your limp this week?
My limp?
Your limp on the Kyler Murray play.
On my cramps?
Yeah. Were those real cramps?
Those are cramps. God. I can do a lot of stuff, but I can't act either.
Okay. All right.
Baker, talk about your game plan with the big receivers tonight, because you found them repeatedly for big gains, first downs, and touchdown to Flowers. So what was the thing about the big receivers and working them?
That's Coach Riley scheming it up, and our coaching staff doing a great job getting us prepared, knowing exactly what look we wanted, and being able to expect those guys to get open. And yeah, we did execute well, but that's 100% of those coaches getting us ready.
Awful exciting, and really proud of our players and all our coaches and just the effort. I thought we were better inside out, and that's where it all starts. And that's probably the thing I'm most proud of our players. We went through some adversity in the game. We kept playing and just kind of, played it for 60 minutes. As a coach, that's really what it's all about. And to see him compete at a higher level against an outstanding football team is very gratifying, for all of us, obviously.
Mike, you had got a great pass rush tonight. Talk about the pressure. You changed the line of scrimmage quite a bit, didn't you?
Well, it's, so we lost a lot of our guys. We got out of our, we'd had a 6 DB package. We went through, gosh, I don't know how many players again tonight. We lost 2 more DBs, so it limited a little bit of our package of stuff that we'd worked a lot throughout the course of the week or last couple weeks. So, that was tough, but just overall, just played good. And I thought that's how you have to play these guys. They're so good, handling the football and what they were doing to us. Conceptually, I don't want to get into all that, but they did some things. They made some adjustments at halftime, and we had to adjust back I figured they would go to the zone read play, and we'd start playing the option, and you know, some of their blocking schemes bothered us a little bit. But you know, overall, just really pleased with our position on the football, our ability to play hard for 60 minutes in an environment like this. You know, it's tough.
Mike, hadn't you moved Khalil Houghton to free or strong safety?
I couldn't keep track of all the guys. It was like the Texas game all over. We went through, I think, you know, we probably played 8 DBs today.
But he came in at free safety for, I guess, as well.
Well, they're all kind of interchangeable guys. They you know, the scheme doesn't get too different at either of the safety positions. They kind of mirror each other in a lot of ways, and a lot of schemes kind of do that to marry. So, you know, guys can be interchangeable.
That's a pretty big statement to make, obviously, just 2 weeks into the season defensively. Do you have a gut feeling about how good this group can continue to be?
Oh, you know, we did what we needed to do tonight and play hard, and if we can continue to do that, we're relatively young in a lot of places, but you know, the difference, our ability to cover, Pernell Motley was the difference. They didn't go after Jordan much, but Pernell was, you know, when he met the challenge, thought he played. You got cover guys on the perimeter. You have to have them in this era of football. So, you know, that's another thing. That was a difference a year ago. They were able to throw, you know, balls up and just catch them. So, you know, we contested a lot better, I thought, throughout the course of that game. But, you know, this group they got a chance. There's a lot of interesting parts to it, and we have to keep, you know, messing with them.
So unlike last season when OU's national title hopes dipped or disappeared after losing to Ohio State, they're soaring now. Sooners have Tulane next week, but this Oklahoma team now moves to the top of the college football playoff discussion.
Yeah, no kidding. And Lincoln Riley made a point to say afterwards that, you know, this doesn't want to be the highlight of their season. They don't want to peak here, peak in Columbus in the second week. They want to keep building from here. Obviously, that continues next week with Tulane. It's not quite the same caliber of opponent, but they don't want to let down next week. They also, Lincoln Riley said, that everyone's going to want to anoint them as, you know, the college football playoff frontrunners and on and on. But they still have a long way to go. This is obviously a really good step in that direction. This team wanted to prove that they're not pretenders like they were called earlier in the season, and they've done that, but they still have a whole lot of season to go.
So next Saturday, Tulane at Owen Field. Stay tuned for more OU football coverage here on News OK and every day in the Oklahoman.